guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing an update which has been really long awaited. My last time I did an update video, which was my first time ever doing one, was the 5th of July. I looked it up on my channel, I was like, yep, definitely need to update you on quite a few things. If you want to know what makeup I have on, I have recorded a video showing you this makeup look. If you want me to upload it, just leave a comment down below and I will upload it in the next couple of months before the end of May. I have changed the lipstick colour though, so it matches my top, and the lipstick I have on is the YSL Rouge Volupte in the number 1, which looks like this, and it is stunning. It is so pretty. So if you want to know how to achieve this makeup look, leave a comment down below and I'll upload that video as soon as I can. I feel like I've got so many things to update you on. I've got it all wrote down on this bit of paper. I think that I need to update you on. There's quite a few things. I looked at my old video and watched that back this morning, and anything from that point onwards I thought, right, I've done that since, and I've jotted it all down. So in my last update video I said that I was thinking that I was going to have to resit my exams for uni, especially my cognitive one. Didn't happen. I actually got a really good grade on it. I passed second year of uni, flying colours, so proud of myself. Averaged out at a 2-1, which is the second from top grade, so you can get a first, which is 70% plus, or you can get a 2-1, which is 60% to 69%, and I was averaging at a 2-1 last year, which I was absolutely buzzing about. But I'm really hoping that I will finish off my third year and my whole degree as a 2-1. Like, I'll be absolutely over the moon if I could get a 2-1. I'd be so proud of myself. So yeah, I passed everything with flying colours, didn't need to resit anything, and obviously now I'm in my third year of uni, which is why all these videos from now until the first week of June are all going to be pre-recorded. Today is my second from last filming day, and it is February the 10th on a Wednesday. So I also mentioned in my last video that I was getting the bus everywhere, and it was a bit of a nightmare for me to film because I'd be sleeping at my mum's house if that was more convenient, or I'd be at work during the day and then I'd have to get the bus back to Blake's house and there was people in, so I'd never film when there's somebody in the house. So it was just a real big nightmare. So eventually, because obviously I did mention that I passed my driving test in my last update video, eventually I did get a car. It was about a month, maybe a month and a half afterwards, passing my driving test, that I finally got a car. I think it was just over a month. And if anyone's wondering, because I did mention what car I wanted in my last video, I got a Corsa 56 reg, and I was saying that I wanted to spend between £2,500 to £3,500 on a car. In the end, I found a car that was £2,000, and I thought, for my first car, that'll do. That's all I need for to get me from A to B, that'll do. So I missed out on little things that I wanted, like I wanted an auxiliary port and stuff like that, and obviously I really wanted a Ford car, but they were all £4,000 plus. So I thought, for my first car, I'm just going to get a £2,000 car. Some people would say that's a lot of money to spend on a first car. For instance, some people would spend maybe £800. Some people will spend £5,000 on a car. Depends what your budget is. I paid £2,000 for mine, and I'm not bothered telling you how much I paid for my car. That doesn't bother me. So yeah, it's a Corsa 56 reg, and it's silver, which you'll saw in my vlogs actually. Now let's go back to August last year, 2015. So in August 2015, I left Benefit. I stopped working for Benefit Cosmetics. And then the week after leaving Benefit, I started working, was it the week after? Yeah, the week after working for Benefit, I started working for Guerlain Cosmetics instead. So I left Benefit. I will be doing an update video if you still want to see it. Obviously it's going to be so long, like, after me leaving, me giving you a video, because it's not going to be until at least after June, because I've already pre-recorded all these videos. So you won't be seeing it until June, July time, but if you do still want to see a video of why I left Benefit and stuff like that, I will do it. But please leave a comment down below saying that you want me to do it, otherwise I probably won't end up doing it. So obviously I left Benefit, started working for Guerlain. Guerlain was just a temporary thing. Basically, I worked in the same shop, same House of Fraser, and I worked for Guerlain because they needed somebody temporary until they could find somebody who could do 21 hours a week, and obviously I couldn't because I was going back to university at the end of September, beginning of October. So my plan was just to work for them just for a couple of months, get some money. Really didn't want to work for Benefit anymore, really wanted to leave, had been feeling like that for a very long time. So I was thinking, right, I will leave Benefit, work for Guerlain, do more hours than what I was doing for Benefit, get paid more than what I got paid for Benefit, which I don't know whether I should be saying or not, but that's I'm just going to be straight with you, that was the case. I got paid a lot more. So I did extra hours for Guerlain when my boss was off. I did her hours, I did 30 hours a week when obviously I hadn't gone back to uni by this point. And then it got to me going back to uni, and I was like, I enjoy it too much, I don't want to leave. So I carried on working for Guerlain. In August as well, August is a very busy month for me, involved like 3 different jobs, me leaving 1 and starting 2. The other job that I started in August was the training for my community support worker job, and I had my training in August and I started working for them in September time. And I basically worked 5 hours a week for them, 1 3-hour shift and 1 2-hour shift. 3-hour shift on a Tuesday and a 2-hour shift on a Friday. Alongside this, I was working full day Sunday hours for Guerlain and also working a full day Wednesday shift as well. So I was working 9 till 5:30 on a Wednesday and 10:30 till 4:30 on a Sunday, as well as my 3 hours on a Tuesday for my other job and my 2 hours for a Friday on my other job. And then obviously I went back to uni and I was like, right, I don't want to leave Guerlain yet. I'm still surviving, I'm still coping, I haven't gone under yet, I'm still managing, being able to do 18.5 hours a week and doing uni, which is meant to be a full-time commitment, like 30 odd hours a week. I could manage it. So whilst I was managing that, I also had my 21st birthday, which you will know because you saw what I got for my 21st birthday video. If you haven't saw it, I will leave it down below because it is amazing, the things that I got for my birthday and how much time and stuff that people spent with me. So I'm not going to go into all that because obviously I've already done a video on it. But obviously I had my 21st birthday and that was on the 20th of December, which is obviously when my birthday is. Then it was Christmas, then it was New Year. After New Year, my boss needed me to go back up to 21 hours. And I knew all along that that was what was happening. I started off in a 21-hour contract with Guerlain. And then when I went back to uni, they dropped it down to 13.5 for me, which was amazing. And my boss, Sue, took on the extra hours that I should have been working so that the counter didn't lose them. Otherwise, she would never have got them back, like ever. So she was working my extra hours that I should have been working. And eventually, after Christmas and stuff, after Christmas, she needed somebody to do 21 hours. And I knew I couldn't do 21 hours. It just was not possible. So instead, I was like, right, it's time for me to go then. Like, basically, if I stayed working for Guerlain, I would have lost them extra hours. So it would have gone from a 2-person counter, a 30-hour person, a 21-hour person to a 30-hour person and a 13.5-hour person. So she would have been missing out on a full day's work from somebody. And I didn't want to be that person to do that to her, especially when, obviously, I would have been leaving at some point anyway because it would have got too much with uni. So I said to her, right now it's time for me to go. I'm not going to mess you about, I'm not going to like mess up the counter or anything like that. I was only meant to be here for a couple of months so that you were doing me a favour and I was doing you a favour. So then I handed in my notice at the end of November and I left the last week of December, which the Saturday was my last like working day, and that was like the 2nd of January or something like that. So obviously I have left House of Fraser, and you will have saw, if you follow me on Snapchat, it's LuceStephenson with an X on the end if you want to follow me. You'll saw all the presents that I got for leaving, and I got spoiled, like ridiculously spoiled. So obviously when leaving Guerlain, I spoke to my other job, my support worker job, and if you wanted to know about that, I will tell you a little bit now actually. Basically my support worker job, it's kind of linked in with uni, so you didn't have to do it. For uni in 3rd year you get to pick options, and one of the options could have been this job, and you apply for it like any other job. You send in an application form, you go for an interview, see whether you get accepted, you go for your training, and then you start the job. It is a job, so when I leave uni it will still be my job, but it's actually counted as a module at uni. So at the end of the year, so come May, I will do a presentation on my experience working for newer partners who I work for. Recently they've been renamed Keyfort, so if you see either of them names, it's the same company. But basically I have to do a presentation explaining my experience, how I felt it went and all that kind of stuff by myself, and get that graded at the end of the year. And I'll also do a written reflection as well to see how I got on with it, and that will also be graded, and that will count as a module at uni, but I will still get paid as if it's a proper job. I still have a contract as if it's a proper job, and only a select amount of students got this job, so I felt really privileged because we got told it's a really, really hard opportunity to get. So for me to get it, I was like, yes, like I did not expect it, wasn't even going to apply for it. and my friend was like, just apply for it, like you never know. And I applied for it and I was like, oh my god, I've got an interview, oh my god, I've passed the interview, oh my god, I've got the job kind of thing. So I'm very, very overwhelmed to have got that job. So yes, it is a job, but it is counted as a module at uni as well. But I do get paid as if it's like a proper job, if that makes sense. So obviously I left Guerlain because it was a temporary job for me, and it was just something to get me out of benefit and get me away from benefit and not having to work on that counter anymore, but not leave me in the lurch until I started my new partner's job, which is my support worker job. So that was like my little bridge to keep me financially stable. That kind of just expanded until the end of the year, and it had only been till like September time, for like 2 months, or like even till like the end of November, which was when I thought I was going to leave, but I ended up staying. So now that I've left Guerlain, I've asked my new partner's job for more hours. I'm going to 0-hour contract so I can do as many or as little hours as possible. So I've asked for more hours. I actually start my first ever shift tomorrow on a new case. So basically my job, it's not like a 9 to 5 job or anything like that. It's completely different. I'm supporting somebody, I'm helping them become more independent. So depending on what condition they have will depend on what sessions you will do. So for instance, I can't say names because of confidentiality. I can't tell you much because of confidentiality, and I know that if it was my family member, then I wouldn't want somebody going around and putting it all over the internet, like their personal stuff, because obviously it's personal. But obviously I don't want to breach confidentiality anyway, so I won't do that anyway. So basically the 3 hours on a Tuesday and the 2 hours on a Friday that I've been doing have been like on the night time, so like the evening time of the day, and that is like completely different case to the new case that I'm going on to. So the new case is an hour's drive away. The case that I've been doing, that's 3 hours and 2 hours. So I call this case 1, the 3 hours and 2 hours one. My case 1 lives like 20 minutes drive, not even that, 15 minutes drive down the road from me. This new case, which I'm going to call case 2, lives 45 minutes to an hour's drive away. But it's a 12-hour session. So I will be in that person's house for 12 hours straight, catering to whatever their needs are. That's all I can tell you, I can't say anything else. And my first ever session is tomorrow, and with my company you can't just like start a session or start on a new case and just go straight into it by yourself. It doesn't work like that. You have at least 4 shadow sessions where basically I go and watch another person who works on the same case as what I'm going on to, and I see what they do on a day-to-day basis, and I see how they deal with situations and the procedures and everything like that, and I learn about the equipment and stuff like that. I just shadow them basically and see what they do, so that when it comes to me working by myself, I feel fully capable of being able to be in that house by myself, catering for that person's needs. So I'm going to have 4 shadow sessions. I've got one tomorrow, which is going to be Thursday the 11th of February, and it's 7 AM in the morning until 7 PM at night. And obviously I'm going to be an hour to drive there and an hour to drive home, so it's kind of like a 14-hour shift for me. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like and the difference between case 1 and case 2. I'm looking forward to seeing what the difference is. I know it's going to be a huge difference, because it is going to be a really huge difference, but I'm looking forward to seeing what each case is like and comparing them to each other, just in my head. That is me upping my hours for my support worker job. Now to move away from jobs, because since July last year I've worked for benefit, worked for Guerlain, worked for a support worker job, left 2 and I'm still working. Ooh, I'm not swearing on this. Left 2 and I'm still working obviously for my support worker job now. But let's talk about YouTube stuff. So since July last year, we have as a channel, us, all of us, we have as a channel grew. We have grew so much since July last year. I don't know where these are all coming from, but I absolutely love it. I love talking to you on Snapchat as well. I did mention in my last update video that I wanted to find a way of being able to talk to you, because I'm not very active on my Facebook or my Twitter account. So I've found now that Snapchat is the best way to talk to you and to keep you updated with things that I'm doing, and to also have any questions that you want me to answer. You can talk to me on Snapchat and I will reply as soon as I see the Snapchat kind of thing. So if you want to add me on Snapchat, I do add everyone back. It is LuceStephenson with an X on the end. I don't add boys only because I've been sent inappropriate things in the past. I have mentioned this in a video before. That's the only reason that I don't add boys back. So I'm sorry if you are a boy. Comment down below if you are a boy and you watch this and you love makeup and stuff and you want me to add you on Snapchat, then comment down below. But anything that I get sent that's inappropriate will instantly get blocked, whether you are a boy or a girl. That's just how it goes, because I don't want to have to see any of that stuff, and that's not the kind of way I want this to go. I want this to be a best friend to best friend kind of communication. I don't want it to be inappropriate or anything like that. I'm here to support you and to help you with whatever I can. So anything on Snapchat, I mean, I've had people talk to me about personal things, like getting bullied. I've had people say to me about falling out with friends. I've had people literally just send me pictures of Clinique lipsticks that they love, or Makeup Geek eyeshadow palettes, which look amazing. Amy, by the way, you know who you are if you're watching this, but Amy sends me like Makeup Geek eyeshadow palette. I think it's all Makeup Geek acts in there, and it looks phenomenal. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be that sister and that best friend to you. So if you'd like to be on a more personal level with me, add my Snapchat. It's down below, it always is. It's LuceStephenson, but with an X on the end, and all joined together as always. So add me on Snapchat and we can be more involved in each other's lives, if that makes sense. So yeah, as for how much we've grown, like we are nearly at 5,000 subscribers now. Honestly, like I'm so gobsmacked by how many there is of you, and I absolutely love the fact that like yous are getting like your mums and stuff to watch my videos, and like your best friends. Like Darcy, I love that your friend recommended you to come over to my channel and check it out and stuff like that. Like I love that you're sharing my channel with your friends and who you love as well. That's really, really nice. So if you want to share my channel with friends and families and put it on your Facebook, then totally go for it. Like I'm here to help everybody. If there is anything that you'd like to ask me for a Q&A video, then obviously they won't be answered until June time. But if you are wanting to ask any questions for a question and answer video, please leave the questions down below on this video now. Pause this video and go and write your question down below so I can answer them for the next Q&A video, because I asked a lot of people and they didn't get back to me enough time, so now I've got half the amount to do a Q&A video but not enough to do a full Q&A video. So leave me some questions down below and let me know what kind of things you'd like to see on my channel as well, or what videos you've been enjoying recently. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this update video. I think I've told you everything. But don't forget to hit subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next video, guys. Thank you very much. Bye now.